back to Premier League predictions. This is the point where we tell you exactly what's going to happen this weekend with my old man.
Theo, you're a bit late this morning. What have you been doing?
I've been playing football. 9 a.m. sessions, Power League, Thog Dad. Ethan and Harry involved. Can't miss it.
I caught that. You're dropping a few names there.
Had to. The sidemen, top notch, but we're going to test one of the other sidemen's ball knowledge today, aren't we?
No way. You telling me we've got a sideman as a guest?
Pick your favourite one.
I do like Toby.
Toby Jizzle, how are we doing? Toby, honestly,
you, man.
it's an honour to have you on the channel, first of all.
How's
things?
to
Good?
be here. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a good event. Looking forward to checking out the Learn Smart platform as well. That link will be in the description.
I want 7,999 likes, please.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You
What
are
a
kidding
hero.
me.
We love him.
Talking of guest, Theo, Alan March last week. What a good lad he is, but
Love him.
only 4 points. You got 9 points. I got 9 points.
Yes.
It's hotting up. Scores are on the doors.
Scores are on the doors, and now we can get straight into the first game. It's
Brentford against Liverpool. It's 14th against first. And this is a potential banana skin
Never back the early
for the
kickoff.
Scousers because last season, Liverpool lost here, Theo.
Andy said it. Never back the early kickoff. And now Benham's got his mind on Brentford because he's sold midget land. Now there's only one midget left in the land.
Excuse me, I'm not that short. I'm 6 foot.
No, you're not. This is the thing. If you meet Thog Dad in person, he'll always claim to be 6 foot, but you'll be taller than him. So,
Talk to me about Brentford. Good
Yes.
win away at Wolves. It was Norgard. It was Tony. But that man Maupai is getting an assist or a goal every game.
you've mentioned the two killers, haven't you? It's
Yeah.
Batman and Robin together.
Yeah.
To bounce back from playing them very recently, losing 4-1 at the G-Tech, to then go away at the Molineux and destroy him. I think they got a chance here against Liverpool.
Theo, they're up against the big three, aren't they? Nunes, Diaz, and Jota. They all scored again against
Yeah.
Burnley. It was job done. Is there a place for Mo Salah in that
That's
11?
the thing. Salah's back, and I know Klopp will play him if he's fit.
Yes.
Simple as.
I'm going to go Brentford 1, Liverpool 2. I don't think
Okay.
it'll be a cricket score.
Last London visit ended in a 3-1 loss for Liverpool. We can't forget that, to Arsenal. But that's one of the best teams in the world right now. I think they do win this. Tight, but 3 points for the title race. 2-1 win. Mo Salah, 92nd winner.
Oh, Liverpool going to take that 2-0.
Burnley against Arsenal, 19th against third. Two teams at opposite ends of the table. Now
Yes.
Burnley, Theo, they lost last week against Liverpool. We talked about James Trafford. I saw him this week
I
at the
know.
Bolton game.
He's probably doing some research on how to make a few saves.
Oh,
I'm joking, Traff. I'm joking. I'm seeing
No.
people blame a lot on him, and it's really not.
that is nonsense because
The
I
Burnley
think he's
defence.
been one of the best
Yes.
Burnley players this season, full stop.
He's made the second most saves out of every keeper in the Premier League.
I watched that Arsenal West Ham game last week, Theo. Smashed. I thought Arsenal were incredible. West Ham were poor, but particularly Declan Rice against his old team was immense.
They're on red hot form. Everything that they shot went in. It was just perfect. It was 11 players that all gave 10 out of 10. Vincent Kompany, he's not on the touchline. They're not going to have their manager shouting at them. So things could get out of hand again.
Wow, this is going to be Burnley 0, Arsenal 3.
Thog Dad, you're copying my notes. I've gone for the save again. Over to Toby.
3-1 Arsenal.
We've got a few Gunners fans in the background and a few celebrations.
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing that I said that. It's probably going to go the other way now.
Do you reckon Arsenal will go all the way in the title race?
No. Like,
get
I'm
you.
not even trying to disrespect. I feel like there's something missing.
Okay.
That Liverpool maybe have, Man City definitely have.
Newcastle United against AFC Bournemouth. It's 7th against 13th. And have you noticed there how much travelling there's going to be this weekend? All the way from the south coast in Newcastle. Loads of games this weekend. But let's talk about Newcastle, Theo, because against Nottingham Forest, that was a cracking game for the neutral. Bruno Guimaraes was the difference. He
Yeah.
was superb.
Do you know what's funny? In the reverse fixture, Bournemouth beat Newcastle 2-0.
Yes.
But no Bruno Guimaraes.
That is true.
Now he's back. And Newcastle on red hot form. You spoke about the neutral. Well, the last 3 games, they've scored and conceded 17 goals. That's
know.
insane.
But Bournemouth, of course, lost out to Fulham, but they had 25 shots to Fulham's 7.
The Cherries, something's happened to them recently. They're just not winning games. They've gone 5 games in the league without a win, but they've still scored in each of their last 9 away fixtures. So they like to score and lose. Iraola needs to score and win, but I don't think he'll do it here. The distance, the mindset right now, I'm going to go for Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 1.
This could be a 4-1 or a 5-1. This really could.
And if you have Callum Wilson, he'll want to score against his old club. I think he'll get a brace.
Wow. I'm going to go Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 1, but it won't surprise me if it's a cricket score.
Nah, Dom Solanke's going to silence them.
You game with him, no?
I don't play with Dom Solanke. No,
No?
I haven't played no games with him, but he's really cool.
He's always gaming. I've seen his
I need
stuff.
to smack him at bowling.
Okay.
Serious bowler.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
good.
didn't know that.
I need
That's
to
quality.
smack him at bowling.
So what's your prediction then?
I'm going to go... Let's go 2-2.
Fulham against Aston Villa, 12th against 5th. And a mini Thog Dad fact is that Aston Villa have won their last 9 games against London clubs.
However, Fulham seem to beat Villa a lot, and they've only lost once in the last 9 home head-to-heads. When Villa tried to get to West London, it doesn't often end in points.
That is true. Fulham finding a little bit of form. They've unbeaten in 3 games, and that lad Muniz, Theo, getting the goals.
Yeah, it was the Brazilian pair actually, Dad. Willian, he saw the light, and Rodrigo Muniz ending a 6-game winless run. Is that the turning point for Fulham and Marco Silva, Dad?
Well, I don't know about that because they're facing a Villa team that are very hard to predict. Now, there's one thing we've got to talk about.
Yeah.
It's that Douglas Luiz shimmy or dance or whatever it was.
What do you think about it?
You have turned yourself into a meme. If it had been a good dance, I might have thought something else. I could have... Theo, what's your go-to goal celebration?
Well, I wouldn't...
Actually, don't answer that. You never score any goals.
Dad, you need the contract that Armando Broja's on.
Talk me through it.
Yeah, so he's got a non-playing clause, and he's on the bench. So... it's looking like Fulham are going to have to pay £4 million British pounds just because their loan signing didn't get enough game time.
I think the lawyers have got themselves in a knot here, haven't they, Theo?
Yeah.
But let's try and predict this game because it's very hard to do. And quite honestly, I'm just going to sit on the fence here and go 1-1. I'm not that impressed by Villa at the moment.
Last year, it was 3-0 each way. Both teams won their home fixture as a battering. And I think Fulham are going to win this 2-0.
Villa need to bounce back.
They do. Little bad run of form.
Yeah. Or maybe a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw?
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest against West Ham United is 16th against 8th, and this is a massive game for Nottingham Forest, Theo, because they are slipping into that relegation area, aren't they, Theo? 1 point in 4 games.
This match is actually competitive for both teams for different reasons. Forest because a points deduction could be on the cards. West Ham because one more loss means David Moyes is probably going to be waving bye-bye.
Well, I tell you what, they are winless in the last 5 games, and there's something wrong at West Ham United. You look at the squad, you do look at the likes of Kudus coming in and James Ward-Prowse, but somehow the squad looks tired.
What's funny is, of all this negativity, if Moyes wins at this stadium, it's 38 different stadiums he's won a Premier League match in, which matches Mourinho.
You know what? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here.
It's their heaviest home defeat that they've just battled in 61 years. It left the fans leaving early. Even Thogdad was walked out the TV room. Guys, comment down below. What's the biggest defeat you've ever been in a football stadium for? And did you stay till full time? And Nottingham Forest, I think, are going to dominate. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I've got a weird feeling this is going to be about him. Because he's got 2 goals in 2 games. And before that, it took him 43 matches. Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 1.
If Forest win this game, Moyes could be gone after that Arsenal 6-0 last week.
Do you think?
Yeah.
He was doing all right before, though.
He was. He's a bit of a football legend.
That form's not looking great.
No,
I
it's
reckon
not.
2-1 Forest.
Okay, 2-1 Forest. I like that. They're good at home.
Tottenham Hotspur against Wolverhampton Wanderers is 4th against 11th, and Spurs got that very late winner, Brennan Johnson, Theo, and Spurs have moved above Aston Villa into the Champions League places. Can they continue?
They are starting to look great. Madison's back, potentially Bentancur as well. Ange Ball is in full flow. They've gained 16 points this season from losing situations like last game too. Dad, what's happening with Tottenham? All their curses have gone with Harry Kane to Bayern Munich.
But let's talk a little bit about Wolves, because I was shocked that they lost at home to Brentford.
Well,
they had more shots.
Gary O'Neill, Bolton legend, you're wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
He supported us at a difficult time. Great manager, but there's not much you can do when you lose your big players. Wolves fans online have been very vocal saying, we don't have much hope going Tottenham away, even though Tottenham away is usually 3 points. It's funny that they've got such a great record at that new stadium, don't they?
But psychologically, Wolves have got very little to play for. They're not going to go down.
Yeah.
They're not really going to go to Europe, are they?
It's the South Korean derby. Heung-min Son, Hwang Ki-chan. Maybe I'll have to go. This will be dominated by Ange Ball. You know, the Kangaroos will be jumping around. Tottenham 2, Wolves 0.
What about the Quackers there?
What's a you mug?
The Quackers.
Hit the dislike button because of this mug.
The Quackers from Rottnest
Dislike.
Island. The Australian
Dislike this
subscribers
video.
know that.
No,
Anyway.
no. Nobody knows that. This is an English channel. Brexit tackles only. Smash the dislike because of Thog.
Anyway, Spurs 2, Wolves 1.
They're not getting through the Seven Sisters.
Less of that. Toby Jizzle, what do you reckon, pal?
Spurs got to take that.
They
have to take
Wolves
that.
are good, though.
I'm gonna
Gary
go-
O'Neill.
I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs.
2-0 Spurs. I like that.
Manchester City in 2nd against Chelsea in 10th. 2 of the giants of the Premier League. And talking of giants, Haaland is back. 2 late goals against Everton. Bosh job done, Theo.
Belling goal! Haaland's going to score in this game and do the Belling goal celebration.
Theo, Manchester City won 6 in a row, having a brilliant 2024 against Chelsea. Did you see that Chelsea-Crystal Palace game? The first half was unbearable.
Yes.
Chelsea, all the possession, passing it around, no threat. It was dreadful.
All the gear, no idea. City
Theo,
or Chelsea?
This is a family show. You can't talk about gear.
Let's go back to the football, Thonglen. I don't know where this has turned for the worse, but Manchester City, they've got a double game week, so they might rotate. They've just gone to Copenhagen, they've come back. That game was all about De Bruyne. Did you watch it?
De Bruyne is a superb footballer, possibly
Heck.
my favourite in the world. But Chelsea,
Chelsea,
Theo,
yeah.
there's a few players with a point to prove. Conor Gallagher was excellent,
Yes.
wasn't he, in that second half? Cole Palmer
Oh no, Dad,
playing against his
I
old
need to
team.
go put a jumper on. I need to go put a jumper
Go
on.
on, do a shit joke.
Cole Palmer! Cole Palmer celebration when he scores at Etihad. Ooh. He might even do a Jamaican rap for us again.
Right, I'm just going to shake my head now and give you a score prediction. Man City 2, Chelsea 0.
Man City 3, Chelsea 1. And you know who's getting the goal.
And don't ever do that Cold Palmer joke ever again.
Guys, if you love him, hit the like.
That might be 4-0 City, you know.
Ooh, that's a. I
Chelsea,
respect it.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what's wrong with Chelsea, but that might be 4-0 City.
Sheffield United against Brighton and Hove Albion 20th against 9th. Then we can finally talk about a Sheffield United win, Theo.
Guess who said they would get a big 3 points when they needed it the most?
But did you predict they'd have 3 shots and get 3 goals?
It doesn't matter. Football's a game of goals, not numbers.
True.
Forget your XG and your shots on chances attempted, XAG. Forget it all. If you put the ball on the back of the net and VAR don't rule it out, unfortunately that's in the game, then it counts. And Sheffield United right now will be coming home confident. Now they're playing a Brighton team, which do have Matoma and Adringa back. Adringa getting the assist for the winning goal at Ivory Coast in AFCON. Brighton have lost now 2 games, the last 2 on the road. I think Sheffield United have a real good shot here. You've got to remember, recently, Vinny Souza, he was the man of the match for me in that last Sheffield United win. Having said all that, I think Brighton are going to get the job done.
Yeah.
Low scoring 1-0 win.
I think 2-1 to Brighton. And if he's playing, Mitoma
But
masterclass.
I can see this going either way. I'm only going to say it for this match, but let's see what Toby thinks.
Brighton are taking that.
Yep.
3-1 Brighton.
3-1 Brighton.
Luton Town against Manchester United is 17th against 6th. It's one team with a crumbling stadium that everybody laughs at against Luton Town.
This is Toby's team. His prediction is going to be key. But before we get to his, who do you think is going to win? Have Luton got a shot at it?
We learnt a lesson last week, and you know this lesson. If you want a job done, you get a boy from Lancaster to do it. Because, you know, you want good videos, so you call on me to make them good.
What are you talking about?
Scott McTominay
He scored the winner.
scored the winner last
He does
week.
it. Manchester United have actually turned a leaf.
Yeah.
And do you know what? You've been real quiet since Rasmus Højlund's been bagging the goals.
He has, Theo. He
I
has.
want a apology, and I want you to do it by singing "Waiting for 'em."
Do you know what, Theo? Neither of those things is actually going to happen.
No.
Wait for Højlund to keep doing it. You score, what is it, 5 goals in 5 games? Something
Just
like
admit
that.
you were wrong.
Højlund will not become an Old Trafford legend.
But in this game, I think both teams are going to score, and I think Colton Morris is going to cook. He's in my FPL, 4 contributions in the last 3 games. Really good player.
It will be Luton Town 1, Manchester United 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go Luton 2, Man United 3. Massive score.
Wow, but Toby is a Man United fan, isn't
Yes,
he?
yes. And he might be at the game because it's a Luton away.
Massive.
Let's see. What do you think?
I
Okay,
don't predict Man
Sunday,
United games.
4:30. I respect this. Luton, Man United. The top comment on this video is going to be Toby's predictions. Because what's the reason behind not predicting United?
Okay, basically, I tried to predict the Euro final. I said England were going to win on penalties.
I did the
and
same.
then lost on penalties.
Were you in the stadium?
Yes, I
Oh
was
my God,
there,
sorry. I don't want to bring it
man.
up. I don't want to bring it up.
Everton against Crystal Palace, 18th against 15th, is a massive relegation scrap, Theo. Of course, Everton would be 13th, but they had this 10-point deduction. I saw
And
them...
They could be getting another, may I add. Carry on.
I know. I saw them against Man City, Theo. I think Everton are very well managed, very solid, very hard to break down. This could be a good game for them.
Could be a great game. Before I continue, that second 10-point deduction is a disgrace if they get hit again in the same season when City, Chelsea, all these teams, Man United have not got anything. And back to the football, I think Everton, they've been disappointing recently. 4 games without a win. Their last one, ironically, being Crystal Palace at home.
Yes.
A 1-0 win.
I'm thinking this is going to be a low-scoring game, possibly even a 0-0. I think it's going to be
be a 0-0.
very, very tight early on. But I think Everton will find a goal from somewhere. I'm going 1-0 to Everton.
I think they're going to get another clean sheet with 3 points. Tarkowski will be up for a scrap. And I think that winner, who's that winner going to come from? I don't know. I don't know, McNeil. I'm going to go McNeil.
Wow.
Palace have got that 1-0 Palace.
1-0 Palace.
Manchester City against Brentford now. It's second against 14th. It's on Tuesday night, 7:30. Let's not forget the double game weeks. Change your FPL teams. Lump it on. Maybe Erling Haaland.
Could well. He's going to love this game. I'm just going to go Man City 3, Brentford 1.
The last time they played, last season, Manchester City 0, Brentford 2. And it was an Ivan Toney brace.
Yes.
And guess who's back? Ivan Toney. Now, the funny thing is about that match on February the 5th, there was scraps central. Neil Maupay and Carl Walker. Apparently, he said something about Carl Walker's kids. And obviously, there was a bit of a... So I'm not going to say too much about what Carl Walker's been up to, but he's been a naughty lad.
Do you know what Neil Maupay's favourite tube station is?
What is it?
Shithouse Central.
It's not funny.
It's funny.
Manchester City 2, Brentford 1.
2-0 City.
And the final game is Liverpool against Luton, Theo.
Wednesday, 21st of February, 7:30 kickoff. What about these kickoff times? What happened to the old 8 o'clocks and the 7:45?
It all depends on the TV stations,
Prime
doesn't
Video
it? But
probably does.
Liverpool will
Yeah.
absolutely love this.
Yes,
4-1.
And Mo
4-1.
Salah should be probably fully back. I think he'll start in this game, Dad. Trent Alexander-Arnold, long-term injury, really upset for him, gutted. But it means Conor Bradley will be back in the team. The Bolton boy, I love him. Never
Our
fall in
thoughts
love.
go out to him
Yes.
and his family because he lost his dad recently,
Yes.
which is so sad. So all the Bolton fans, all the Liverpool fans, we're all behind you, Connor, and hopefully at some point you'll come back.
Everyone at Bolton loves him. Liverpool 3, Luton 0. They're going to smash him.
Liverpool 3-0.
What a legend. Thank you for coming down.
Appreciate you, man.
All the best.
Thank
Take
you for
care,
having
yeah?
me.
See you in a bit.
Big shout out to our special guest. That's the first Simon we've had on the channel. If you run it back to one of my earliest ever videos, it was Summer in the City. I met Simon and I met Toby. I've now got one of the two on my channel. It would be a dream to have the other one day. But Toby, thank you so much. You're a hero. See you all very soon. Thank you, Thug
But
Dad.
today, Theo, it was all about the good news and the bad news. The good news was Toby. The bad news was your jokes. I'm going for a lie
What's
down.
worse?
See ya.
That's it. We've got to end it here.